Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining our Keen Caregiver Relaxation session. So tonight's going to be a little bit different just because we're going to use the first few minutes to just chat about what we want these sessions to look like moving forward. And then Taylor is going to lead us through some yoga for de-stressing. So super excited about that. But I just really, our intention when we started this caregiver program was just a way for the families to be able to have some me time, some adult time. Especially, when we started, it was very early on when everything was closing down and people were not really able to go out. And I know as a mom with two toddlers, I definitely was not getting enough adult time. So this for me was like really great just to be able to spend some time with other grown-ups. But we were kind of thinking, we want to keep things fresh. One of the things we have talked about is even when we return to in-person sessions, and although we don't know when that's going to be, but when we do, this might be something that we actually carry over even after we have in-person sessions, because part of our vision at Keen is to provide a supportive network for the caregivers. And we really love that during the sessions, a lot of families do hang out and talk to each other and connect with each other. But we wanted to be more intentional about providing that support for you guys also. So, we are thinking about possibly just maintaining this virtual opportunity for parents to get together. And I know that we really loved doing the yoga sessions. I know that you all love doing the Zumba with Almitra. She's really awesome. But we kind of wanted to just get some feedback. We had some other ideas about how to revamp this program, I guess, moving into September forward. And one of the things we hope to do is to kind of rename it. So as opposed to it being like Caregiver Zumba or Caregiver Relaxation, we would just call it a Caregivers Club, which we kind of thought was like kind of cute and kind of fit well with what we're doing. So it would be the Key New York Caregivers Club. And we also wanted to make it so that it didn't necessarily feel like it was just geared towards moms, even though we do mainly have moms, but we would love to have some of our dads feel like this is a space that they could also join. And obviously they're welcome to join yoga and Zumba, but I do think that sometimes the guys are a little more intimidated to join those kinds of activities. So we really just wanted to make it a space where any caregiver felt comfortable coming. So I would love to kind of get some feedback, and I'll share a couple of ideas, I guess, that we had in mind. As much as we love doing the physical activities, and we do want to keep doing that, and we plan to continue having Zumba and yoga, we were thinking about maybe having some Tuesday nights where it was just conversations, where people could kind of like spend time just talking to each other and engaging with each other. And some of the ideas that we had just as like conversation starters, we're possibly doing like a recipe swap night where maybe everyone would come and bring like their favorite recipes and we can like talk about them and share those kinds of ideas, or even just like general resources for each other. We thought about like a book night, maybe if people wanted to like talk about books. So just more like conversation that's like lighthearted and fun and a place for like you guys to connect. So we wanted to get your thoughts on that, on like conversations or even other physical activities that you guys would be interested in doing as caregivers. So thoughts.
I mean, I was late to sort of joining these sessions, but like the one I enjoyed the last one and was looking forward to tonight. So, I mean, to me, it all sounds good. It's for me, often it's just like if I happen to be free that evening, like I don't know if things are going to change when school starts.
Yeah.
Things are going to be needed to be done at night. I kind of don't know because I mean, school might just be more a continuation like now. But I like having, the caregiver club. I think that's a cute name. And I do like the physical stuff, and the talking, all those things you mentioned sounded good too. So so just positive feedback, I guess would be my my input.
Awesome. Nellie, I know you've been coming to these pretty much since the beginning, so I would love your thoughts on,
Um, Amanda, despite that we're all busy like crazy, and I, I'm actually very, very surprised.
oh wait, you're freezing. Come back. Are you still there? I feel like she was saying something awesome too.
I wanted to hear it.
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Hello?
there you are. Yes, yes, we can hear you
Yeah,
now.
it's not, and I still got this was like from my job call, and I wasn't able not to take it,
Oh,
and
okay.
as this is exactly what is happening. I thought that this 6 months pandemic, that I don't know how other people, but I'm busy like double, triple, quadra that I was busy before. Like I'm busy so much. I just realized today that almost 6 months are gone.
Yeah.
Because much now 6 months are gone. It's like busy, 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 busy. All of this time I work full time, probably double than I always work, plus Paul sitting at home, plus everything else. So, and from some moment I start to realize, and Amanda probably sees that with everything that I'm so organized, I think I'm like so organized because I have to be organized, otherwise I will not be able to do anything. And I missed some of the session because I put wrong time, and Amanda, so I joined like half an hour later until I decided that's it. I'm going back to my calendar. I'm putting everything there, and I put like in a big site that Tuesday evening, it's half an hour, it's my time, no matter what, how busy I am. I put Paul before to the bed. I make him shower before this. I brought my husband. I told, no matter what you're doing, you're on second floor, I'm on the first floor. Nobody's going there. And
I love that.
put half an hour. If I cannot put half an hour a week for myself, what is it?
I
And
love that. Yeah.
And that's why I want to tell Amanda, thank you so much. And usually what I didn't do it this time, and I was caught. I usually putting like not disturb on my phone during this session. And this time I started talking to you and I forgot to press, and I got a call from job. You know, this is the reality. So I think the bottom line, I think we all need some time for ourselves. And this is with all the stuff, how we like our kids, to have a little bit time for myself, for me, for us, so crucial. It doesn't matter what we're doing. We're doing yoga, we're talking, we have glass of tea and talking to each other and not kids around. I think we all need for our sanity, for our like well-being. We need it. And
Awesome.
that's
Well,
what
thank you. Yeah. And we
thank you.
definitely want to keep at least 30 minutes. That's kind of what our goal is for these. I mean, sometimes we go a little bit more, but that's kind of what our goal would be, even, after these weeks when we kick back up in September would really be just at least a solid 30 minutes of something, whether, like I said, whether it's a conversation or a physical activity. Um, I recently did for some of the coaches, we did a coloring party. That was a lot of fun. We actually, I just sent coloring books out with, pencils, and we all went on Zoom, and I had some music, and we were all just coloring. And I mean, it was the most relaxing thing. And I thought like, oh, these adults are not going to enjoy this. So it's like, these adults are not going to enjoy coloring. But I got such great feedback. I mean, they really loved it. It was exactly what you're saying, Nellie, just the fact that they felt like they had the permission to just take that time for themselves, just to color and hang out with other adults. And, we were making jokes and laughing, and it was just really a great time. So those are the kinds of things that I think we're thinking for the Caregivers Club is, just trying to do different activities, some of them being physical, some of them maybe being a little more quiet, like coloring. Um, and then also, like I said, wanting to make sure that we are being inclusive. So, we want anyone to feel like they could join these sessions. So we want to make sure that, people are not feeling like, oh, I can't do Zumba or I can't do yoga, so I'm not going to join. We want to make sure that everyone feels like, they have that opportunity to come and join us. Rochelle, did you want to share anything?
Oh, hi everyone again.
Hi.
Well, hello, Rachel. Well, I will say that like a free talk, whatever that you feel, whatever you feel to share with, share each other will be fine. About perhaps, how you managing the stress at home now that we're going through this pandemic, how we can stick together and be stronger to fight this. And everything, I mean, and anything that you would like to share, anything of conversation, just exchange ideas.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, so that's kind of what we were thinking as well, is like, time management, maybe people sharing their schedules. I know for me, I'm actually going to be homeschooling my son this year. It's our first time homeschooling. So that's like very different for for us. And I've been really relying on other families that have done homeschool to get like a good idea of, what to do, how to structure the day. So yeah, I'm gonna let Taylor take over for the yoga now, but I appreciate all of your feedback. And like I said, I just kind of wanted to get some ideas from you guys and share what we're thinking and of how we're going to be moving forward with these sessions. So you'll definitely see communications over the next couple of weeks with, like I said, rebranding this as the Caregivers Club, and really reaching out to all of the parents. And if you guys have family friends that want to join these sessions as well, that's the great thing about us being virtual, is we're able to open this up, to more people. So definitely, reach out if you know any families that, are impacted by disability that want to be a part of our Keen family. We're always happy to grow it. So thanks so much. And Taylor, if you want to go ahead and take over with yoga.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Amanda. I didn't know that you're mom of 2 kids.
Yes, I have a 5-year-old. Oh goodness, he's 6 now. I have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. Yeah.
It's great. It's great.
Thanks. Yeah, they're usually in bed by this time, luckily. So I get this time to spend with you guys. Are you good, Taylor?
Okay, so let's get started. If you guys don't have a mat, you can always just sit on the floor. You can use a towel or a blanket. I'll probably be moving my camera around just a little bit, just so you can see the pose, because I don't have a lot of space I'm working with right now. But let's see. I also wish I could turn the lights off, but then you wouldn't be able to see me. It is just very bright. Okay, so let's get started. Thank you all for joining, and thank you for giving your amazing feedback. So I really hope that going forward, we can do more yoga programs or fitness programs, or even just talking, any other things that we can do. I really love these Tuesdays and just getting to know you guys a little better. So we're gonna start in a child's pose. So everyone make your way to a child's pose. See. So just really stretch your arms out as long as you can, and just breathe here. Just shut your eyes and take deep inhales and deep exhales. And just really remember that this is your time for yourself, and really just focus on yourself. Remember that just do whatever feels good for you. If there's any time throughout the class that you just want to lay down or you want to go back into child's pose, you can. Just really remember to breathe. And if you'd like, you can set an intention for the class. If you have an intention, you can always just go back to that and think of it throughout the practice. I'll give you an intention for today if you don't have one. And it's just to be kind to yourself. Sometimes we focus on being kind to others that we forget that we have to be kind to ourselves. So take a few more breaths here. And on your next exhale, we're going to meet in a tabletop. So make sure your hands are under our shoulders. So just make sure your hands are under the shoulders, in line with the shoulders, and our knees are directly under our hips. We're going to inhale, look up, arch your back for cow pose. And exhale, we're going to round our spine, look towards our navel for cat. Inhale for cow, look up, and exhale for cat. And just remember to move at your own breath. And if you want, you can move your hips side to side. You can roll your wrists back. You can look right, you can look left. Just take this time to really just feel your body. Just remember to coordinate with your breath on your movements. So on your inhale, you look up, and on your exhale, you round. Just take a few more breaths here. Can you hear music?
It's a little staticky.
Oh, okay. Okay, maybe no music. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so just take 2 more breaths here, and then we're going to make way to tabletop. So this time we're just gonna extend our left leg back. Make sure to flex the leg, flex the foot. Extend your left leg up, keep the foot flexed and the hips even, and then we're gonna raise our right arm out in front of us. And just breathe here. And balance by reaching your foot back and your hand forward. On your next exhale, place the hand down and the knee down. And then we're going to take it to the other side. So we're going to inhale, raise the right leg up, flex the foot. And then we're going to lift our left arm out in front of us. Just hold for a moment. And on the next exhale, place your knee and your hand back down. So now we're going to do this 2 more times. So we're going to inhale, left leg up, keep it flexed, right arm out in front of us, and your palm could be facing in. Just try to balance by reaching your foot and hand in opposite directions. On your exhale, place both down, and then inhale, right foot up, left hand up. Try to hold. If you feel like you're falling, just try to flex through the foot as you're extending through your hand. Hold for a moment. Place your hand down and your knee down. And from here, we're going to go into a plank. So really just pushing through the hands, pushing through the feet. And our next inhale, we're going to send our hips up and back into a downward facing dog. And just remember, you don't have to have your heels on the ground. If you want to extend more through the hips, just bend the knees and send your hips back. Pedal the legs, just warm up the body. Switch side to side. This is a nice place to move your head around. Just really warm up the spine, warm up the neck. On your next inhale, just go back to stillness. And then we're just going to hold it. And just breathe here. And we're going to inhale to plank. Just hold and exhale back to downward facing dog. And we're just going to do this 3 more times. So feel free to do it at your own pace. So we're going to inhale to plank. Really push through the palms. And then exhale to downward facing dog. So inhale back to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last time. Inhale to plank. And exhale to downward facing dog. Just take 2 deep breaths here. Long inhales, long exhales. See if you can hold your breath just for a second longer. On your next exhale, just walk your feet to meet your hands. So now we're just going to be in a forward fold, and then we're just going to grab opposite elbows, and we're going to sway side to side. Just hang your head heavy here, and just breathe. And then we're going to just place our hands down to a forward fold. And inhale, we're going to lift halfway up. You can place your hands on your shins or on the floor just as long as your back is straight. And the next inhale, lift your hands up, look up. All right, hands up, look up, and then place our hands to the side. And then reach your arms up one more time. And then we're going to fold. And again, you can always bend the knees to go into a deeper fold here. And just breathe here. And then we're going to slowly roll up, hands up. And then this time, with our hands up, we're going to go back into a chair pose and lower ourselves all the way down. So just shift the hips back, really bend through the knees, and as slow, we're just going to sit right back to our mat. Now we're sitting on our mat, and we're just going to be hugging our knees in. And then we're going to just lower all the way down to our back. And just take a minute and breathe here. And then we're going to take our knees together and we're just going to shift our hips and bring our knees over to one side. And we're going to shift our gaze over the opposite shoulder. And your arms can be extended out wide, or you can put your arms in a cactus pose. So do deep inhales here, and on your exhale, see if you can twist a little bit deeper. And when you're in these spaces, just try to remember why you're here and why you should be focusing on yourself. And if you've set an intention, just think about what you set and to remember to be kind to yourself. On your next exhale, just going to bring our knees back to center, just hug them tight. And then we're going to take it to the opposite side. So just our knees shift to one side and our gaze is over the opposite shoulder. Feel free to shut your eyes. Just breathe in this pose. And again, you can leave your arms out wide or you can bend at the elbow to go into a cactus pose. Just remember, do what feels good for you. Just take a few more breaths here. Deep inhales and deeper exhales. And your next exhale, just hug your knees deep into the chest. And just roll your knees from side to side. You can make circles, you can make figure eights. Just really massage the spine. Now we're going to place our feet, the insides of our feet together, and our knees are going to go out wide. And our hands, palms facing up, or you can place your hands on your belly and just breathe here. Just continue to breathe. So now we're going to hug our knees back into the chest. And then we're going to take our happy baby. So we can just wrap our fingertips around our big toes. You can just grab the outside of our feet and we're just gonna move our spine side to side. You can make circles with your knees, just really waking up the back. And again, if that doesn't feel good for you, you can always go into a child's pose, or you can go right into Shavasana. So before we go into our final resting pose, I just want you guys to take a moment to do whatever feels good for you. So if there's any other poses that you know of, just feel free to take it now. If you want, you can windshield wipe your knees from side to side. But just remember that this is your practice and this is your time. So I just want you to focus on yourself. And when you're ready, we're just going to extend our feet out long in front of us, our arms, palms facing up by our side, and see if you can just take up all the room you can. Just feet out wide, arms out wide. If you have props, you can always place something under your knees or under your head. Otherwise, just shut your eyes and take deep inhales and deep exhales. Even though it was a short session, I want you to thank yourselves for showing up and taking the time for yourself. Just to remember that you need this time. You need to focus on yourself. And again, we always say to be kind to others, and sometimes we forget to be kind to ourselves. So really just thank yourself for everything you've been doing. Thank your body. the fingers, wiggling the toes. When you're ready, take a big stretch as if you're just waking up for the day. And then gently roll over to one side. And we're going to make our way into a seated. So together, we're just going to take some 3 breaths here. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, exhale. And last time. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for taking the time for yourself. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks, Taylor. Thank you guys so much. Hope that you're feeling more relaxed.
Absolutely, absolutely,
Wonderful.
Taylor. Thank you so much. What kind of talented people are in here?
Yeah, that was wonderful.
Oh,
Awesome.
thank you. Sorry my music wasn't working in the beginning, but I'm glad it worked at the
Great.
end.
But your voice was so relaxing. Thank you.
Oh,
It was, especially
thank
over the
you.
music, Taylor. You should record those. I was like, oh, stay awake, stay awake.
Yeah, that was perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys
I
so
hope
much.
to do it again.
Great.
Thank you. We
Yes.
definitely need it more and more.
Yes.
Taylor, thank you so much. You did
You're
great job.
welcome.
So we will be
Organized.
back in a couple of weeks. So this was our last one for August, but we'll be back in a couple of weeks. We will send you guys an email. Wish us luck as we are planning some fun activities for the next few months for your families. So see you all soon.
Amanda, just clarify again, I'm like so confused. So this week, Sunday, we will have a farewell. We will
So
have
Saturday and Sunday, we will have our regular programs that we've been having. Our last session is going to be the Sunday at 7:30, where we do the story and the music.
Yeah.
And then we will do one more movie night. I know Jack wants to join the movie night. So we'll do one more movie night on Monday. That will be our last movie night for August. And then after that, it will be a 2-week break. And then we'll pick up again in September. So we'll send out an email so everyone can get signed up for September.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies.
No problem. Thank you
you.
all so much. We will see you all soon. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.